Hey guys, Zen here, and we are finally getting into the first bits of Year 6 for Rainbow Six Siege. Ubisoft have announced a massive event taking place to reveal the next operator being added to the squad, and also the first of Year 6, as well as another update to Rainbow Six Quarantine, and those are rare to come by. But at this point, not quite as rare as a PS5, and so get subscribed to the channel because we're getting super close to that 400k goal, and we're going to be giving away a brand new PS5 to a lucky subscriber right here on the channel, and the details of that giveaway are here in this video. Now, Year 5 is coming to a close, and the big question on everyone's mind is, what does the future of Siege look like? Will Year 6 hold any new maps? Because there hasn't been one since Outback at the start of Year 4. Is just one new operator per season enough to hold the attention of the player base that's hungry for new content? I mean, there are a lot of unknowns, but the developers are planning on laying out the entire roadmap and to give insight on what exactly the future of Siege looks like. Now, if you haven't heard, the Invitational for 2021 has been delayed, and typically that's where the roadmap for the whole year is shown off, as well as a closer look into what's coming. But Ubisoft literally promises to end Year 5 on a bang, even without the Invitational, and so there is a lot to get to here. And so I want to get started, but first, one of you guys are going to win a brand new PlayStation 5 thanks to the sponsor of this video, Plink. So if you're like me and you solo sweat in ranked, then it's time to get some teammates and install Plink. It's a great way to find people with similar stats and needs when you don't have any friends to play with. You can connect any of your gaming profiles like PC, Xbox, or PlayStation, and Plink will analyze and show your friend stats along with your own gaming statistics so you can enjoy some healthy competition. The app matches you with like-minded gamers with similar KDs, gaming interests like R6 fans or Warzone gamers if that's your thing, to find you the perfect teammates so you don't have to play alone when it's time to grind. You'll also find a newsfeed with updates on the latest games or achievements from your followers and know exactly when they're online and join them right as they start playing. It makes it super easy to make friends and start playing together, and also features things like voice chat so you can easily connect. And of course, myself and Plink have partnered up, and I'll be picking one subscriber randomly here for my Plink profile, and the winner will get the newest PlayStation 5 console from our sponsor, and I'll announce the winner in a community post in a week. All you have to do is install Plink, add me, and get a push notification when I start to play, and let's have some fun together. But alright, let's get right into the news. And so, we've seen Rainbow Six Siege's CGIs. They're honestly some of the best across the board, if we're honest. Throughout the community, there's been cartoons and animated shorts developed for Siege, which I think have been wildly successful. But did it occur to really anyone that we'd learn more about this game in comic book fashion? It's interesting, but Rainbow came out with a tale of Fuse, Callie, and the rest of the Nighthaven members through a comic book-like speech bubble format, and it was honestly fascinating. So Fuse is training with Nighthaven in preparation for the games, and towards the end of the session, Callie gets a delivery. It's a special package and contains a suit specifically for her, and it's called the Master Frame Prototype 1. It absorbs and deflects most high-caliber rounds, it has orbital ceramics for lightweight distribution, and it has movement assist to increase her reaction time. It's Callie's new uniform, and it's also going to be her new elite set. Now, as many of you know, Callie is one of my most played attackers, and in the right hands, she can be just lethal, and I personally can't think of a better way to further her lore and make Nighthaven stand out than to begin Year 6 with the release of the Callie Elite. Even if she's not the most meta operator right now, when it comes to the lore of Siege, she's vital, and something else we learned here is that for her, it's all about the business, and it's important for Nighthaven to be on the cutting edge of technology to get the job done. So yeah, the Master Frame Prototype is Callie's new elite uniform, and it's the most advanced piece of her kit. Moving on, we're getting into what's next for Rainbow Six Siege. Year 6 is such an important year here, and for a lot of people, it's a huge chance for Ubisoft to evolve Siege and to hold strong for years to come. And so yes, the Invitational for 2021 has been delayed, but really only the competitive side of it, because Ubisoft is launching the Rainbow Six Community and Siege Celebration livestream, and it's going to take the place of the big reveals that would usually happen at the main event. It's tradition to enjoy the competition of the best facing off to raise the hammer, while also getting a ton of new content and roadmap reveals to sink our teeth into, but because of, well, the usual culprit, that ritual is skipping a year. Now, the Community and Siege Celebration livestream is going to host the biggest news and announcements all year for the game, and so what's in store? So, for starters, they'll be revealing the next season and operator for Rainbow Six Siege. The roadmap is still only going to include one new operator per season, and I know many feel that that isn't enough, but it gives the devs time to handle other aspects of this enormous game and make things like game health, live events, and reworks a priority. They're also doing a first of all time and holding a Future of Siege panel. Now, of course, revealing new content and laying out a roadmap for the game is technically the future of Siege, but at this point, the devs understand the issues behind the game right now, and I think are ready to address them head on. Just hear this. The development team will share their plan and priorities for the upcoming year during the Future of Siege panel, including the brand new Rainbow Six Siege season. Many surprises are planned during the celebration, so tune in to discover what's coming next in Rainbow Six Siege. Now, for a while, like even even before year 5 officially began, it's been said that a major shakeup is coming to Rainbow Six Siege. The director of the game even stated that a new kind of player will be born, one that has success outside of the core mechanics of having good gun skill or knowledge of the game, and that to me is the single most exciting part about year 6 that I just need to know more about. Siege has always been classified as a tactical, and to some, the most tactical shooter ever made, and the reliance on knowing the game inside and out is really what gives the advantage. But also, for a long time, it's been said that Siege offers almost nothing to someone new and is painful to learn and stick with, and I think for a lot of us, that's been true. Especially today, where the player pool mostly consists of veterans and people who really love the game, it's breathing new life into Siege. That's always been a challenge, and year 6 could finally reveal the missing link here. Also, at the show will be the creator show match with a grand prize of $50,000 to the winner's charity, and a lot more for the very beginning of a brand new year of content. Now, I'll miss attending the 6 Invitational. It's been an honor to be invited out over the last few years, but Ubisoft isn't skipping a beat, and I also think they're laser focused on listening to the community and delivering big, and so this one deserves attention. Again, it all goes down on the 21st, and of course we'll be here with thoughts and to break it down, and so make sure you've got your notifications turned on. Next up, we're talking about the most game-changing update to Rainbow Six Quarantine, literally. Recently, Ubisoft had an earnings call, and of course this is where they connect with investors and discuss how their games are performing, the amount of revenue they're bringing in, and of course what's coming up next. And at this meeting, someone asked about Rainbow Six Quarantine and if the name was a concern because of the state of things. The CEO of Ubisoft actually replied and said they're evaluating the name, and so ultimately Rainbow Six Quarantine may not actually ever be a thing. The gameplay and the co-op Siege experience should still be on track, but the name is a point of contention, and my question is, what exactly can we call this thing? I've thought Rainbow Six Apocalypse, possibly Rainbow Six Outbreak, and just doubling down on the inspiration, but because of everything over the past year, Quarantine is tipping over the fence. Now, a name change may not seem to be that huge, but it's the kind of change that has a rippling effect. Now, everyone that isn't super into the news or keeping close tabs on the game may never know that the name changed and just never hear about it again. Or, of course, there will be the people that think the new name is a totally different game or think Quarantine was canceled even if the experience is still what's been promised. I don't know, it's a slippery slope for sure, and Quarantine has already been a mysterious title that to this day, some people still aren't even aware it's its own game. And so this just adds to that confusion, and it's definitely something Ubisoft has to consider. Personally, the current name doesn't bother me, but just being honest, Ubisoft will never live it down if it launches as Quarantine, even if it's just memes. And so there is the possibility that it only helps the game, but more needs to be revealed, and it would be amazing to finally get a gameplay reveal. And then finally for this one, guys, even though the in real life Siege tournament has been shelved, the Road to SI event has been going on in game, and this whole team captain narrative has been getting spicy. Take a look.
Let him come to us. He's going to get lucky eventually.
We gotta take Tachanka out.
I've got a claymore over there. Just wait for it.
Why didn't you say so before?
You didn't ask.
Don't be afraid. Hiding. It's not far.
I can't hear anything. That better, Donka? Yeah. Thanks.
Attackers win.
Good work, Callie. Keep the rest of us in the loop next time.
Sure thing, boss.
So, Ash, along with Mira, Vigil, and Capitao, are team captains for the in-game Invitational, and Rainbow has taken the route of an audio experience to keep us in the loop. Obviously, Team Ash took the W in that round, but throughout the series, none of the teams have had it easy. It's actually really fun to hear Tachanka almost enjoying playing with his prey, and also, the match plays out very similar to an actual ranked game, and I've experienced comms like, hey, you should have told us your tactic, or I've got this doorway covered with a claymore. It just feels so Siege, and personally, I just think it's super cool to hear the interactions between operators, like even Callie calling Dokkaebi Doka, just things like that. I don't know, I really enjoy it. But that was just one playoff game, and now it's between Team Mira and Team Ash for the grand finale, and I cannot wait to see who takes the whole thing. Oh, and just in case you were wondering, I'm Team Ash until the bitter end. And so that's the video today, guys. Remember to enter into the PS5 giveaway with the link at the top of the description, and like the video for more. Hey, thanks for watching. I'm out.